Well, hello gamers. So, are you guys ready to do some Haskell development? Haskell development. Oh my god, I don't have the screen. Excellent. What's up, Sour? What's up, man? Yeah, today we're gonna do open source stuff. Hooray! Garbage. You can get some free garbage. Yes! Yeah, today we're gonna improve Hibernate again. So, everything is amazing. We got our pull requests integrated into the chatbot, right? So now DubTrack has become configurable for everyone. However, the entire DubTrack service has gone offline, unfortunately. Turns out they ran out of funding, and yeah, this is what happened if you no longer have any funding. Oh my god, it's so loud. Okay, cool. Yeah, so there was a tweet that said the DubTrack thing went offline, and yeah. So the changes we made to Hibernate were basically useless. they were useful for like 1 week, and now everything is gone. But at least we made an effort. Where's Chatrino? I tried to do something good, and then you get slapped in the face again. Anyway, what we're gonna do today is work on Hibernate again. We're gonna actually try to make something useful. We're gonna make something useful in that I think we're gonna list custom commands. Because at the moment, if we go to the manual in Hibernate, we type man. Copy this over. Yeah, we'll enter this, right? And this lists all the built-in commands. However, it doesn't list any custom commands we made. So Hibernate at the moment has a functionality where we can add commands. Add command. Hello there. Goodbye. Like, normally you wouldn't use this kind of database for a professional, like, for a web deployment at least. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. You would use it, for example, in Android. Every Android app gets a SQLite database. And it makes sense because it's a client application. Oh, we can use .tables. Okay, cool. and the chatbot is basically not organized at all. It's sort of like Mongo, I guess. It's Mongo, but less powerful, because everything is in this thing, like everything. So it's basically a massive sum type of entity name, and then like, okay, we can log things. We can log things like that. We get an idea. We can get a record ID, but we also get an entity ID, which is something completely different. I don't know what the difference is, but yeah. So we have entity name, entity ID. Maybe it's, I don't know. I have no idea. Right, because it can have multiple columns. I guess that's it. So the record. Wait, what? Right. So it's the unique counter for every entity name. So this will be the second log record, and this is the first log record. And then they're split up into property names, like here. So a log record will consist of a channel, a message, a timestamp, and a user. Apparently it's null. But yeah, so like this records everything basically. Mostly just recording. What I want to look for is though a custom command. I don't know. Yes, look at that. Oh, we already found it. That was quick. So according to this thing, we have a command called command name is man, and the message will be no moons here. So if we try to execute that, then we'll get that response. Ah, it works. Excellent. I guess this was me experimenting with the bot itself. So what we want to do from this database is just filter on the custom commands and get a list out of them. Yeah, let's try doing that first, I guess. Because at the moment, the way we're doing the help page, let's actually look up how the help page is generated at the moment, because there's a timer for that. Actually, this thing is generated periodically. If we look at the logs, it will say that the help page is up to date or not. It is upset that I didn't specify any Friday because I don't do that in general. Like I don't really like watching videos. I don't really like watching videos. Yeah. I used to, but yeah, I do it too much anyway. Like, why would I watch educational videos if I can watch anime? That's my reasoning. But yeah, so Yeah, here it's saying here the help gist is fresh. AF. As far as I know, something. I don't know what AF means. So let's just grab on that string inside the entire Hypernet project. Help page. There we go. It's in help. So last time we saw actually at SodiCstream how to use the reaction API. We added all of code for deptrack, and yeah, it's gone now. Deptrack is gone. RIP. Update help state gist ID. Right. Update entity by ID current helps. Oh right, this is the command to get the state out of the help. Current help state. So what do you do? Help state. What is help state? Oh, this is for tracking how to when to update things, I guess. What I wanted to look for was how it generates the help messages, like the entire text, basically. Well, I guess it is. Just render built-in commands. It just makes a massive table out of it. Name command. Name command. PC GitHub location command. What does that do? GitHub. GitHub location. Oh. Oh, it's from the built-in command itself. Okay, I see. So you use built-in commands to generate this list. So first of all, we go over the command table, and I'm gonna kill the bot and restart it with this change. Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. Excellent. Thanks for. I was on the wrong modus. I'm a very professional streamer. Yeah. So I just added this thing, and I want to test out if this works. My entire overview then doesn't work at all. I need to redo the entire thing. No, like, yeah. So what I just did before was just showing the beauty that's in this database. It's basically Mongo with like extensible records like this. So a log record is like a table that consists of these columns, and it's just all flattened out into this massive thing. Into this massive abstraction. And what I showed was like, okay, there's like custom command, right? Custom here. And what we're gonna do is just list these and put them to the add them to the help table. So it shouldn't be too hard to do. The only big issue is that this will no longer be pure. Like this stuff will be pure, but the way we're gonna do it is no longer pure. So just render command table. That's fine because we have this function. And we have actually we have a GitHub idea for this as well. Oh, let's actually look at that. We're gonna fix that. Issues. Introduced in 6. Git hosting for help. Okay. So this is this was done on 14th of June, which is like almost half a year ago, I guess. And we're gonna fix this issue then. Can I assign myself? Yeah, you're seeing it now, right? Okay, excellent. Update gist file. Help gist file name. Gist text. Okay, so we can just add it to this gist text thing. Okay. So let's say you have some data of type T and you want to handle it around. Yes. You want to make it absolutely sure you never modify it. Yes. Once you create an instance of type T, you can never make another one out of thin air. How would you do that? It sounds like a uniqueness type thing. Guarantees that the object is used. Oh no, it's not. It's not at all. I don't know. That's a really hard problem. But usually you should usually if you want to do that kind of stuff, it means that you're doing something weird. Because computers just construct something once and don't screw it up. Yeah. But like, why do you want to have that invariant of just making sure it always is the same thing? Like, it's just a strange desire to have. I'm not sure how I would do that. Like what you would see is that you usually with these kind of things are for configurations. Like you, for example, want to make sure that you only have one database connection ever. But that's like that kind of desire is not true. For example, if you look at data.pool, it makes sure that you can have multi-threaded. You know, you have multiple connections per thread. You'll have one, not even shared across each other. So like those invariants usually end up not holding after a while anymore. So you spend all this effort to try and construct it in that way, and then later you probably want to scratch that anyway. At least that singleness. I don't know. Custom. Let's run this bot. I don't know why you want to use it, what you want to make with that. Like, maybe you have a good use case, I don't know. Maybe it's like some security thing? Who knows? I don't even know how you would get more security like that in any case. Because once you get access to memory, you're basically fucked anyway. Wait, did we even... Yeah. Okay, so now we have a better manual. No! It lied. Yeah. This heading and the other heading. See what amazing emotes I got now that I reached 2 months up. Do you get like more? Or is it still these? I wonder if this is breaking the terms of servers. No, it's just some brain candy. It's some brain candy. Do you get like more if you sub off more often? Do I need to add another one? Still one emote. Oh, that's how it works. So like you unlock more if you sub for longer? I don't know. I'll make one, man. I'll make one. Yes, you need to add more. Okay. If you say so, man. I guess that's another to-do item. But you already asked for one thing. Better be a good one. Did you like the mental masturbation or? Add another emote. Busy day tomorrow. I do, but yeah, right. You gotta catch them all, don't you? I wonder what I'll do. I mean, you can even give suggestions if you want. I wouldn't like consider yourself part of the creative process, okay? I guess, yeah. Sometimes I wish you the best small talk right now. Haha, there's actually a conference I'll be going to on applied category theory right now. Haha. There's actually a conference I'll be going to use a Linux host. Oh no, haha. With a supported OS a version ID. That's a good one. Yappy bot. Shut up, Yappy bot. Got you. Good. Yeah. I don't know why no update. So there's a boolean help just state fresh, and we don't really know where it's like used. So let's just look where that function is being. Well, it's used here, right? What is this even? This is the same thing. Why? Why would you? This is of type bool. Oh no, I guess it's. Type inference in Scala, so wonky. Really? It's super wonky. I don't know. I've never really. I've only used Scala for a bit. Bool? This is it, right? This is the same thing. I don't get this function set. Oh no, you need to do this. So what's like so bad about Scala then? Or what? I mean, how is it wonky? That's what I mean to say. What's so bad about the type inference? Because it may take type signatures to and in the process of writing some more complex function. Have you seen me do Haskell? Like I do that all the time and just add in more type signatures. Like if I get stuck, then usually it's a good way to check if I'm doing it right. May type check, not type check anything, and highlight the entire screen red. This is back for a couple of times. Yeah, I should try getting that Haskell IDE engine to work. And then we can also see that kind of stuff happening in my editor. I really should do that. I've been saying I would want to do that for months as well. Maybe I'll sacrifice a Saturday, just try to make my editor better. VS Code does it with GHID. Yeah, like GHI actually has code completion support and stuff like that. I thought VS Code would use a Haskell IDE engine as well, like they use the LSP thing. Yeah, so what I want to do is figure out where this function is being used. That's what I'm like hovering around at the moment. So we'll just use ripgrep for that. Help state just fresh. Base spin. No, refer and now paste. It's the official way of editing. You fixed me, huh? Oh, you actually knew what's going on. Wow! At hook Haskell flight check mode. At hook Haskell mode. Dante mode. With default afterload Dante. Flight check at next checker. Haskell Dante. I don't know if I want to do HLint. It's really upset with me always. Wonder why. Why what? Oh, HLint. Because I can't code for shit. That's probably it. Nobody should give me a keyboard. It's dangerous. You know why I need Haskell? I need a type system to make anything working. So the first thing we need to do is disable annoying Haskell mode. That thing, right? I really like stylus for my own project, but it doesn't really work with other people's projects. Raster. No, Hypernerd. That's where we are. Let's actually try doing something. Help? 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 We were here. I'm not sure if it's working. It's not doing stylus, so that's good. Maybe if you do Dante mode. Yeah. I don't think this is gonna work. Also, Dante will try and figure out if you're using Nix or whatever. If it fails, you might create a dearest local L. Right, I've seen that before. It's like how you can add additional configurations for your project. Oh, maybe that's how I can fix projectile as well. Because I broke my project-wide find and replace. For a raster at least. Because it doesn't like git grep. It doesn't like encryption. Current still refresh. Oh, it was 69, right? Okay, how about refresh help gist ID? Oh, there's a command, right? There's a config command. I found it. Config help refresh. I'll do it, man. That took too long to figure out. Okay, now it should be done. Excellent. That's what we wanted. So now we have headings. Before we didn't have these. So what we're gonna do now is put all the custom commands below here. And there's a function for that. We also found a function that does it. Which is this one. Command table gist ID. This is a periodic effect. Every minute, I guess. Current help state. We can like rewrite this into the reaction API, I guess. Wait, how do you even go to this part? Oh, if you have it, but it's true. Okay, I see. Refresh help gist. Yeah, we can also display the times, I guess. Excellent. So there'll be. I should keep that other file open as well, I guess. .track. Like we know how to do .track, right? And we know how to do this listing. No, we're gonna do all. Get custom commands. It'll be a list. And the entity will be a custom command. We'll get rid of this, and we'll get rid of this. But this is all? It seems really easy, actually, to do this. Now what we're gonna do is make a function from custom command to text. And we'll make the rows with that function. Gist. By the way, you should get an Kinesis Advantage 2. After 4 days of use, I can say it's the best ergonomic schema I've ever owned. It's really good. My colleague also had it, and it just seemed excessive to me. How much did it cost? I'm interested now. Well, no. This is what I'm gonna do, right? I'm gonna wait a month, because like usually when people just bought something, they're just proud of it, and they start like recommending it to everyone. I wanna hear your opinion after a month. It costs us everything. That's what I mean. Because it's a thing that people do. Oh my god. I don't think you understand. I'm poor people. I used ArcDocs and I did not love that one on day 1 or day 2. Okay. Yeah, also like I don't think you recommended the ArcDocs. You just showed that you wanted to buy it. And then once you got it, I never heard you talk about it anymore. That's true. Yes, render that. Render the Kinesis Advantage 2. Actually, you can do this, by the way. This is data kinds, right? You can put numbers into types. How about that? This is actually the thing that the neural network library I used, the grenade thing. That's actually what they use to represent tensors. Or day 30. I've had some problems with RSI, and it's night and day with this key. Yeah, I've never had any problems with that. But if you say it's really good, then sure. I'll do it. But like the nice thing now is that I can put it on my company and then, you know, not have to pay tax. When you're still young, yes. We'll render custom commands to text. I basically broke overnight when I searched for you. Really? I'm also like typing really weird. I type like this. Maybe it's not a wise decision to ignore my health like this. Yeah, you're convincing me. I'm afraid of it now. Because like if you get RSI as a programmer, you're basically fucked. You're basically screwed for life. I think it's really hard to get rid of as well. Yeah. I guess we can just do switching to lurk mode. See you. Thanks, bot. Name. There you go. So this is how we render everything. We can just fmap that in, I guess. Oh no, we need to map twice. Oh. Customs is commands. And then we'll do the same trick he does with the unlines. What does M mean? Oh, it's the, right. Yeah, Debian's like good, but it's a lot of work to get the same results if you already have something lying around, which you can copy and paste literally. That's what Nix provide, copy paste monad. That's like the thing. Nix is never a lot of work. I mean, as a desktop system, it's not that amazing, I guess. But as a server system, it's pretty fucking good. Because you get everything recorded, right? You get everything recorded in your configuration file. And any change will be recorded in your configuration file as well. And tracked by Git. So, you know, nobody is gonna sneak any... Yuppie monad. Thanks. Some things are just a pain. Yeah. I love the fact that I could set up an email server in like 2 hours or something. Like I spent longer just looking at the documentation than once I started actually doing things, which is running. It's so fast. Yep, Haskell experience. Exactly. So use package manager for projects. Debian, like I said. Next DHT is. Yeah, so I don't really like understand what you're packaging then. Like, is it for your projects or something? Or is it like installing stuff? Yuppie bot. Smalltalk doesn't have them at a runtime. Are you telling me to work, bot? Are you telling me to work? On the scope, type constructor custom command. I think it's not exported. Yeah. The scope proxy, like really it automatically exports that. So you know. Couldn't match type entity custom command with custom command. Oh, we're an entity custom command, right? Sorry, I didn't get that. Just DevTools compilers packages for Haskell, just like you do on Nexus. No difference. Biostats, okay. Right, I see. So it's like basically managing Haskell stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess the cache is pretty nice. So you just want to get a payload basically of entity. Oh no, I jumped to definition and it's breaking. Let's open up entity. So we're fmapping here, right? We just need to compose this with get payload. And then we're done. Oh, we're not used. Right, we need to use it. Now we're done. I mean, you still get the benefits of Nix for managing your dependencies. Nixos was just built around the idea of Nix. Yeah. Yeah, like you get best of both worlds basically in Debian. You get like a stable system that's at least, you know, tested by people instead of scripts. And then you also get all the power of Nix. Which, like, this is also the reason why I think Nix could become really big. Because you could, like, there was actually a guy the other day in chat that he was actually building C#, for example, with Nix, and he was building Java stuff with Nix, and I was like, whoa, it's amazing. No, that's what I'm telling you. He's using Debian and Nix at the same time. He's like infecting his Debian system with Nix. So like he's like using the stability of Debian as like his main operating system, and then in combination with that, he installed the Nix package manager. And you can just do this. There's no problem. Like there's a difference between Nix and the NixOS thing, right? NixOS is an entire operating system and just gets rid of all the traditional way of doing Unix, but Nix can be added to any other system as well. Blasphemy! You're an old timer, I guess. Yeah, actually, yes. It's like something like you prefer the Unix philosophy, I guess, instead of Nix philosophy of. Well, technically, Nix composes better. So, like, Nix is more Unix philosophy than Unix is. How about that? How about that, chat? Alright, we don't need to go to the browser to test. What am I doing? We just need to run this thing. I think we're finished. That was quick. I expected this to take longer. Well, we still need to test, right? But schedule to refresh help just. Yeah. Where's the add command thing then? Oh, it's custom command, right? In custom command, we add that. So if you add it and you're actually successful. Okay, here it is. So it's here. Now, if we do this, then we need to depend on on help, and help is already depending on custom command. So this is not trivial to do. We need to refactor the modules. We need to move out the data, the custom command thing, into a separate module or something like that. So let's not do this. Well, actually, we need to do this. Well, before we do that, I want to see how many lines I have, because I have too many lines of change, and that's something would like it. I want to keep it small. Yeah, let's commit this first. Okay, how do I do this? Right, there's an issue for this as well. We opened that, huh? Help gist space does not include custom commands. Let's set the number as well too. We got something. I think, yeah, these, like, we can totally do that refactor with the custom command being like a separate module. It'll be fine, I think. And then this thing can depend on that module, and help thing can also depend on that module, and then the help thing can also depend on this thing to get that functionality. Yeah, that seems reasonable. We get like a little triangle of dependencies. Okay. Commands to the help page. Yes. So let's see. I want to see how it looks on the GitHub. I want to see if it made it. I want to see if it made it. Why would I do this? But I want to do it. So that would be this one, right? Yeah. Where? I'm just looking like if I do anything weird or like get reasons to not accept this change. I think it's kind of acceptable, but it's incomplete. That's the issue I'm having with this. Like if you add a command, it won't automatically update the help page, which is annoying. And I think we can fix that. Like it's trivial to do because we just need to add the hooks in the custom command module. Like if we add, delete, or update a custom command, we should apply to sender. Like I wish there was like a central point where he changes all the things, but he doesn't. Custom command by name. Right, this one, right? This branch. Update entity by ID. And then we also need to schedule the refresh. Okay, sounds reasonable. I want to do that. But we need to move this out, which will be annoying. I bet he's gonna complain about that. Oh no. Add custom command should update help page. Changing CRUD custom command should update help page. Excellent. Documented on area for future work. I think this is fine. Oh, I did it wrong. I got confused about Git. Anyway, we're done. We're done. We did it. We'll make a PR. I think this is enough to make a PR for. Like it's a small feature, but it's like a lot better. I think a big improvement. Right. The thing we need to do is actually run HLint and the other thing. Wait, what? Oh, thanks. Bot help. 99? No, it's the revert. Okay. And then I want to do the other thing, which is not HLint, but HIndent, I think. Since we only like did the help file, I think we can just do that. Let's see how the file will change, right? Okay, excellent. Execute. Okay, we have another PR. Excellent. Bot is even better. Hooray! And we'll just wait until Thursday, I guess. We'll watch this being merged in, hopefully being merged in Thursday, and then we can move on to the next part, which is updating the help page as well after changing the custom commands. But we'll have to wait, I think, with that. It's too big otherwise. This is nice and small. I like nice and small things. You could even make like a function that would be like an entity A. It will be an entity A, proxy all. Just list all as a function. Come to think of it. But yeah, I think this is good. We'll make a PR. Just keep it small and simple. I don't want to be ambitious. I want to make small improvements. Pull request. Right. Need to have the other browser. Compare pull request. Oh, I only did it here. Oops. There's a to-do to make them because I want to. just change out the custom commands to the help page. There's a to-do to make them automatically updated on change, because I want to keep this smaller. I want to keep the PR smaller. I think that's fine. Excellent. Okay, cool. We finished that stuff. Well, hopefully this passes. We'll look back on that like an hour later if it ever finishes. Probably not, knowing Travis. But we can move on to the next thing. The next thing, hooray! That's automated video editing. Wait, what? Oh, this is no longer evil or something. What's going on? Oh, it is. No. Like it's not. Okay, this is probably why I had Evil Collection then, to fix this thing. Help off. I have no idea how this works now because they changed the key binding. Okay, we'll do it Vim, whatever. This is how we used to do merges in the old days. I think we can just add it like that. It's fine. I'm not sure what it's doing. Merge, done. There you go. Excellent. So yeah, I merged something. I think the conflict was on README, so it didn't really matter. What happened there? Oh, it's this one, right? God. Yeah, so it's this branch. Blah 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 blah, and this is the plan. Plan of approach. Select track with FFmpeg blah. How to rip out music from the stream. So what we're gonna do first? I think we were doing silence detection first, because this is the most complicated one, I think. And then we can do the other stuff. Yeah, this doesn't make sense as a plan. That's why I did it. Well, like this is the sequence of things that should happen in the application, I guess. But what we can do instead is just start with 3, because this is the most hard, most fiddly as well. Yeah, now I remember. But like I figured out how to combine streams, and I have like some links to it as well. I'm finding out all kinds of resources about FFmpeg, and it's such a big library and such an old project that. Yeah, there's like lots of information if you know where to look, which is not Google. It's just not popular enough for Google. Like Google is only good for popular things, I think. It's weird. Now we can close this, we can close that, and we can open up GCID for this project as well. Okay. Actually, come to think of it, now that they text. Oh, right. That's fine. Right, we're just experimenting with the output. And I think, like, I thought about this, but we need to have both the start and the end as well, like both of them. So the only thing we can do is basically a fold. We fold over it. Group by pre-filter. We're not gonna do that anymore. We are gonna do the pre-filter though. We are gonna do the pre-filter. Let's run this thing and see what's happening with it. You're fine, right? You can just run on 8. Do I have like a make spell for this as well? I don't think so. I think I did it by hand every time. Run in shell, huh? Or we should define a run, but I didn't. Let's just Kabel for now then, I guess. Kabel new run. Okay, so we need to define the in file and the out file and the voice track and the music path. We're not using those things, I think, at the moment. No, we do it. We are using them for the silence detection. Okay. Right. The thing we also need to do is we need to pass to the program, not to chatbot. So that's what this does. And you're still complaining because you're missing voice track and music path. So what was the voice track? I think it was 2. Let's actually open it up again and see what it is. Maybe 1. I don't know. They're just numbered. Oh, wait. I love this. Hi. Oops. Must have blasted through someone's living room. Maybe. 2, right? And music path. Let's not worry with this for now. Do we have any in here? I think I had one. No, I remember. I have it in... We can actually do this. Yeah, we can do this. This is excellent. We have birds in flight. Oh, silent.mp3, I guess. So silent start is from 0 until 138. What I need to do is I need to group these up. This is my mask. 1, 2, 3, 4. But what I first need to do is actually get rid of all this shit. So let's make a filter for that. We'll just use silent detect in the regex. So pre-filter, and we need to have a regex. This is like fold L, right? Yeah. So this is like I don't detect, no? Pre-filter, that's what we want. Pre-filter. What's the difference between pre-filter and post-filter? Pre-filter returns a fold where folder satisfies predicate f. So we get out tect set prime prime. What's the tag do then? Where's the fold? Oh, I guess it's list, right? Const true. Let's try doing this and see if it compiles. I guess it does. So here we're getting a line, I guess, because what's this? Okay, we don't need 2 shells, but I want to have 2 windows open because I also want to open up the split video file. And here I want to look at the type signature. So shell is either line. I don't do that. I guess we can do that. We can do right line or left. Error, huh? Yeah, you're all on error. I need to run a regex on text. Text ICU, huh? Match option. Compile regular expression with the given options. This function is sparse array if the pattern is invalid. Could you do it pure? Oh no, this is probably using C to do this. On if set to the entire pattern is of that or string. Needs to use IO. I can't really use this library then at all because it's using IO. I need to have a pure function. Oh my god. Let's look at disdain capable regex APIs and the earlier action should as is true. I failed to issue one of our main repositories. Excited on Self Swamp, switching a solid, properly engineered library that has been tested and benchmarked. Except then I noticed that the last year that we were hardly using it. Particularly I noticed that every time I encountered a location that needed regular expression, I would look around the documentation and find myself back with Brian vulnerable to terminal. Oh, it's this one. Which one? Native PO6. Oh, this is the one that uses IO, but I can't use that. Or maybe it doesn't. Regex maker. Get version. Thanks. Oh, this is beautiful. Also in IO as well. Can you do string comparison? Yes, we can. Actually. Let's just fucking do that. I'm sick of regexes now. I thought I would be clever and use a regex, but no, it's too hard. This is line, and then we'll do like... Well, first of all, we do line to text, right? I don't think we can compare online. And then we'll do like compose that with equal to... Right, we need to fmap into that as well, because we have the either thing going on. Actually, we can get rid of either. Easily. We can put this entire thing in the right block. So we have either false, or we have this thing, which is also function. There you go. Text comparison even, how about that? Line to text. Yeah, this should compile. As FL, right? Like, it apparently managed to clash with random names. So let's just be explicit about it. SH line to bool with actual type bool. So like this error was because this thing expected an argument, but this thing didn't expect an argument. So what I did is just like, okay, drop the argument and we're false if you're on right. Because we are expecting everything to be on... We're expecting everything to be on left. Like, I think we're filtering everything out now. Let's test it out, actually. Let's test it out. And no result, right? Because we're filtering out everything, because everything is on right, not on left. So, we need to flip these. No output. Up to date, nothing. It's not that. Okay, let's try this. See if the filter actually... See if not... I'm not crazy, that's basically it. Okay, now we have an output. Right, we did equality. We shouldn't do equality, we should just take the first. We should do t take and zip them together. That's fine. So we can like takes a list and returns a list of such that the concatenation of the result is equal to the argument. Moreover, oh my god, you need to have group by. You need to have like a stateful group by. That's the problem. Like, you can't do this operation without some state. So like last or something, till after the height of the list, which must be non-empty. Okay, this is bad. Can't use this. Why was it be non-empty? Why do you throw an error? You can just return an empty list. So you have drop. You have take. We can use these two. So we can just like query the length of the list and take one less. So we'll do like a zip. Take length list. Nice one. And then the other one is like drop. And this will line them up, I think. We'll line up start and end together, hopefully. So this is like lined up. Let. And I want to print this. It's gonna be messed up. Oh, lines, right. But yeah, I guess the compiler finished. Let's see if it lines. I think this should work. It's like the oldest trick in the book. Just wish there was something good for it instead of resulting to old tricks. Yeah, old tricks are the best, I suppose. We have silence start and then silence end. Line here, right? This is the line, and this is the left part of that line. Now we have another left part here, which opens up another parenthesis, which is fucking confusing, but that's fine. And this closes it. So this is the first tuple. Line start, line end. And now you get the, like the second one is nonsensical. It's nonsensical. So we need to take all even stuff, which we can do with bind. I guess we can IMAP it in. We can IMAP the index in and then drop the uneven ones with bind. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. This is such a beautiful, beautiful way of doing it, huh? This is like I, A. You don't really care about A, so you just drop it. Well, you do care about A because you need to put it in tuple. So now you have index list. And finally, we need to bind. So we can just make a do block out of this. Elem. And then we'll check if the element is even. First elem even. Then second elem. Pure second elem. Else. Nothing. So you need to use a monad for this case, because you can't do the... In case of list, you can't do structural changes of functor, but you can do it in a monadic context. Now you have start, end. And this is another one, start, end. Which would be... Put it in another tuple. I want to probably fail if there's any not either for an error. Because I don't, if you make it pass by silent, then you're in trouble. This is doing nothing. But from left. For data either. This no longer works, huh? Oh, this probably still works, but show either. What? 44. Could not do show either. I should have got rid of either. Let's put it into stone. You are a list of sh.line. sh.line. I guess I can do either memty or. I want to do from left though. I'm gonna crash. I guess I can even buy map. It's a lot nicer. Oh, I know. It's I need to provide probably a value from left. Yeah, I need to provide a default or default. Default will be an error. Expecting right within there you go. you don't know either A, B to A. I'm putting in some error in there in A, and I'm putting it in bimap. What's wrong with that? I know, maybe you don't know about bimap. I can just do mem key for now. Couldn't match type P either to. Oh, I want to do both. Okay. That's dumb. Okay.